Thank you. I am enough. I am more than enough. Thank you. I'm gonna do my last share. Sorry if you guys get it twice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Hey, Miss Portia. Welcome in. And welcome into everyone. So I'm gonna slowly get started, you guys. So I first of all want to welcome each and every one of you to our fifth Women's Empowerment panel. We hold these panels every month. They're now on the second Saturday of each month here on Bigo. Um, Throughout the panel today, if something resonates with you, I want you, if you feel aligned with the comments that one of the guests on the panel make, um, if you're feeling the energy, if you just, like I said, if you just feel aligned with something that you hear, I want you to guys to consider using green hearts in the chat, or any combination of 1111. Today is 1111. It is a day for intentions. It is a day for us to manifest all that we want. Little known fact, or again, fun fact for you guys, the color green is the green ribbon for minority mental health awareness. So the green ribbon is an international symbol of mental health awareness. So of course that's why I always ask you guys to throw green hearts in the chat. Um, I also encourage everyone during this live stream to use as many of the in-app features as possible, such as sharing the live. In order to share the live during a panel, you just look up top up there. The share button is located up there for you, and you're able to share the live to your friends. You can even share the live off this app. So if you want to share it to your friends on other apps, I encourage you to do so. Tag some ladies in here. Fellas, you guys are all welcome as well. This is a safe space for everyone, but our focus and our spotlight today is on the ladies. Um, so yeah, again, share the live out to your friends, invite everyone, tell them to pull up. You can also do things during the app, or I'm sorry, during the live stream, such as doing a screen recording and posting it on the bar. That is another way to share content and support the host. So if you click the three lines down there at the bottom, you guys should have the feature to click record, and it will record about a 1 minute clip of what's happening during the panel. So that's just another way to show support throughout the live. So my one and only rule for this panel today is simple: mutual respect. Each and every one of our worth was established the day that we were born, right? Therefore, each and every one of our feelings on this panel matter. The expectation is that for all panelists and guests, to simply maintain the peaceful and positive vibe that I've created tonight. While seated on the panel, I simply ask that you mute your mic unless you are actively speaking. You can choose to cam up or cam down when you're actively speaking. Now, if at all possible, when you're speaking, to cam up, that is great. But if you're not able to, I fully understand and respect that. Um, Myself and the majority of the people that you will see on the panel tonight are live hosts on this app. With that being said, I want to make sure that everyone follow everyone. So if you're on the panel and you're not friends with someone who joins the panel, make sure you give them a follow so that way you guys can connect. If you guys are in the chat, make sure you go through and you catch everybody who's on the panel. Um, let's see. So yeah, so again, make sure that we're, giving each other a follow, we're staying connected. So that way we can continue to cultivate these safe spaces on the app. Let's see. Another thing that I encourage you guys to do, if you wish to directly support any of the hosts on the panel, you can do so at your own discretion by sharing a gift. There's a little pink or purple box down at the bottom of your screen. And if you wish to send a gift to anyone on the panel, you can do so. Thank you. Um, Once you click the gift, it'll allow you to select which person in the panel you wish to send that gift to. So again, I'm going to say thank you in advance to any gifts that you guys give to anyone who's seated on the panel tonight. So by a show of green hearts in the chat, how are we feeling? Looks like we have about 400 people in the room. Green hearts. Let me know how you guys are feeling. Are we ready? Are we ready to set some intentions and to be empowered? I see you, Kale, Wanda. Chocolate Chop, I saw you too. Sophie girl, I see you. I see you, sweet. I see you. Have you guys ever heard the phrase on a wing and a prayer? Meaning you do something hoping that it'll succeed, although you're not quite prepared for it. Like, has anybody ever heard that phrase, a wing and a prayer? Because I
Yes,
feel
ma'am.
like that's what. Okay, yeah, because I feel like that's what we're gonna do today. Okay, y'all, we're gonna do this on a wing and a prayer. But when I thought about this, I said, because it's intentional, I got to do this purposely. So instead, we're gonna kick things off with a song and a prayer, but not that in that order. Okay. So I specifically asked my girl Miss Wanda to bless us with the word. So I would like to introduce Miss Wanda, who is seated in box 4 right now. And I'm going to, just allow her to start this off with just a prayer over the ladies, something to get us empowered. And yeah, are you ready, Miss Wanda?
I am.
Okay.
Father God, we thank you, Lord, for blessing us to be able to assemble here together, Lord God. We ask you, Lord, to just bless us with whatever you have for us to receive today, Father. I ask that you increase not only, oh, I got all this stuff on my flesh, and I ask you to please increase yourself in each lady here today. And whatever that their hearts desire, Father God, being they did put you first, Father, that you are definitely in whatever they do and you bless them to achieve everything, Father. I ask that you bless this meeting to be of peace, Father, of growth and encouragement, Lord God. I ask that whatever that is taught here today, that is talked about here today, that it is planted and rooted, Father, and nourished and grow to bear fruit, Father God. I thank you, Lord, for whatever that you're doing here. I thank you for blessing Life Coach, Father, for having this meeting for us to assemble, Father, to encourage each other. and lift each other up, Father. We give you all the praise, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you, Queen. I
Amen.
absolutely positively appreciate you. And thank you so much. Um, Now, Wanda, before you go, you got to do the your who, what, when, where. So,
Okay.
who are you?
I am Wanda. I am the business owner of Joyfully Made Creations by Wanda. Um, I not only make jewelry, I make candles here. I do karaoke. I provide love, laughter, encouragement, and right now, virtual shoulder to lean on, whatever you need one to lean on. This for me is a stepping stone. Now that the Lord has opened up a whole door for me again to return to school, this is something that is going to keep me encouraged, keep me busy as I finish my degree, which I
Yes.
started in January. And I'm so
Yeah.
excited to be returning back to school at almost 48 years old to finish my degree, which I started back in 1996. So
Okay.
I'm excited about that. And I I want to say quickly, I thank Life Coach for so much for this year because she was a catalyst to get me back moving in the right direction. And if I had not heeded her advice, all of her teachings, I would still be back at my rock bottom. And I just thank God for her every day.
We're not going backwards, forward moving, right?
Moving
Forward moving.
forward, moving
All
forward.
right. And so you told us your who and you told us your what because you shared what your content is here. When do you typically stream? When can they find you?
It's Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. noon EST. I'm live. Saturdays and Sundays, more than likely I will. On Saturday, Sunday, you may catch me depending on how I feel, but definitely Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. EST.
All right.
All right.
And then your why. So thinking about setting your intentions, knowing that the portal is open and that today is the day for us to manifest what it is that we're wanting, right? And
Mm-hmm.
to know that the universe has put something on us, our purpose, right? If I were to ask, what's your purpose, Wanda? Like, what's your why? What would you say?
My why to be here on this app, the
Yeah,
one.
or to do like for let's say for you for the content that you provide for the person that you are for us here on Bigo. Like you mentioned being a virtual shoulder to cry on, somebody to
Yeah,
lean on. Why? Um what has led you to this?
because it's the things that I have been through, and for the longest I didn't have someone that I could talk to and not be judged when I talk to, somebody that was open to listen to and not, just tell me what they think. They actually listen to what I have to say, not necessarily giving me feedback back, but just
Yeah.
so I can talk out my issues. And I want to be that person here and also to encourage and to give love and a smile because sometimes I know a smile is just what somebody need, not necessarily always words. So that's why.
And I think you already touched on the where you're headed because you mentioned that you had prayed on it and that the door has now opened for you to return to school. So I know that that kind of tip I guess touches on where you're headed. Any additional goal that you want to put out there to the universe in front of your sisters here that
Yes,
you
I
wish to
do.
manifest?
Yes, I do. The reason why I'm going back to school is because years ago the Lord laid it on my heart after I finished my culinary degree that I was supposed to return back to school to finish my sociology degree, but I didn't have the financial resources to do so. But I want to start a juvenile delinquency deterrent program because I know it's an issue with our youth, especially with our Black young males, where it seems like they're getting, they're having the most issues staying out
Yeah.
of trouble. And that's the
Okay.
one thing I want to provide a program where either it's after school, even throughout the summer, where they have somewhere to come to learn the trade of culinary arts, but also provide an outreach to the community, to the homeless, to underprivileged, underserved individuals who just need something to eat. All the while picking up a trade and may end them up in culinary school as well with a career. So.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, again, I definitely thank you for the amazing word that you gave us today. And obviously, you're invited to stay seated on the panel. Um, yeah, like just thank you. I know I kind of threw you into it, but I definitely appreciate the fact that you took that.
Yeah.
Um,
It's
and
fine.
you
I
did.
felt like to do that. I felt like you were going to do that. My heart raced, and I was like, "Okay, girl, just go ahead and do the thing, do the darn
Ab-
thing, say it."
Absolutely. All right. So, in order for us to keep it going with, like I said, we're going to begin with a song and a prayer. So, we've begun with our prayer, but I have something special, someone special who has a song for us. Miss First Lady. Hey, girl. Hey. You on mute.
Hey everybody, see that's how y'all know I'm nervous. I'm
Hey, girl. Hey.
nervous. Hi, everybody,
Hi.
welcome. Mm,
We family. You don't have to be
Thank you
nervous at all.
so much. I know my butterflies, my heart is beating so fast. I don't know what the heck is going on. You just gotta ignite the light and let it shine just on the night like the 4th of July. Oh, say, can you see by the blood in the streets that this place doesn't smile on you, colored child, whose blood built this land with sweat and their hands. But you'll die in this place. Your memory erased. Oh, say, does this truth hold any weight? This is not the land of the free, but the home of the slave. Thank you.
Thank you, Queen. Thank you. You're not off the hook yet. Beautiful.
Thank
You got.
you.
I was like, don't you run. Get back here, Queen. Get back here. So First of all, wow. This is the first time I have witnessed it. I have heard amazing things about your voice, beautiful, but this is my first time. So when you messaged me, you don't know I almost fell out my chair. And I was like, she'll come sing for me. I'm sorry for us, y'all, but this for me right now. So I was like, she gonna come sing for me, right? So I felt I do. I honestly, and like I say it jokingly, but I mean it. I do feel privileged and honored that you offered to do that because I knew from what I heard that it was going to be all of that, but I didn't know that it was going to be all of that. Your voice is amazing.
Thank
Like
you.
I'm
Thank
over
you.
here with chills. Like, yeah, I love you. I love
And you
you and
know,
I appreciate you. um So, in order for us to align with one another, I have asked 5 questions and I'm going to ask you again. Um, and everything that we say, my request to you guys is to say it with your chest. Okay? Who are you?
I am the first lady, OG, the voice, visualizer, visionary of opportunities for inner city children everywhere. I am spiritually activated and divinely guided to interconnect for the oneness of us all in our collective energy. Street level saying it, I'm here to save the world. I advocate for the communities. I advocate for the children to help you understand that you too have a song, which is your own separate obstacle needed to grow. I can help you find your song with my voice. In turn, you will be able to sing with me. I, in turn, am opening Auntie House, which means where the door is never locked, which will be a nonprofit organization that will be franchised through every inner city across the states. And then we will soon, singing is to save inner city neighborhoods gradually. And in turn, I will sing and I will save all neighborhoods globally. That is what I shall do with my voice as my philanthropy and humanitarianism to help save the children. I will offer 24-hour daycare. I am very connected with the gang affiliated youth. I mentor currently about 6 of them now with the help of Marta Smarter's husband. He's Uncle Danny to my boys. And I assist them with coming home. I will have a residence for them to come home to, more like a home and opposed to a yucky facility, but do make sure that they uh, tend to all their contractual agreements as far as the state is concerned with their release. We will take care of that. We'll make sure that they're up to date with all of that. And in turn, I am a union construction worker. So I'm connected with my union and a few other unions. So I will be connecting with the unions to get the young men and women uh, 6-figure jobs. That doesn't matter if they are, wow, my founder just walked in. Saying already. Shout out to Savage Royalty Entertainment. um, and see, she done just made me all nervous. But yep, that's who I am.
So you actually answered. You like, let me out of this box, girl. So listen, you actually answered several of them. I'm gonna help you. So
Okay,
we gonna put some respect on your name because we know who you are, right? Um,
thank you.
when it comes to, I really feel like the second question was what's your content or what talent or gift do you bring to the app? But I feel like you also just answered that question as well. But if you want to elaborate on that, you can.
I would say more so my content. I don't sing as much as you think I would on the app. Hey Savvy. But I do have a segment called Make It Make Sense. that I am working on my consistency, but it's been Monday nights at 9:30. Make it make sense. Thursday nights, I've been consistent for the past 2 years with Ladies Night, which is a pre weekend celebration, whether it's liquor shots, water shots, ginger shots, orange juice shots, whether you roll up, scroll up, whatever it is that you do. But we take shots every 30 minutes. We listen to good music. We dance. It's a Zoom party. I allow you to see all the other women shaking and dancing on Thursdays. I like to bring truth. I feel like the only way to save the youth is to tell the truth. As we know, if you know, you know, we've been lied to for so long. So my main focus is to spread awareness, to be truthful, and let my people know about what's really going on so that we can connect. The only way to win is together. It's not about color, it's about good versus evil. And if we can all come together vibrating high with the same movement to go forward, we can't save everybody. But those of us that are on the same page, let's go ahead and connect. And we still can stretch across the world because I'm guaranteed that there's 5 to 6 states already on this panel. So we can stretch across the world. And as I say, I do intend to franchise, not McDonald's or none of that. I do intend to franchise Auntie House. So be looking for it where the door is never locked. Coming to an inner city near you to save the children.
Absolutely. And so you just answered the next question. You're on it. I feel like somebody snuck you my list. I be trying to hide it, but I feel like somebody snuck you my list. So my next one was, when do you typically stream? And it's funny because in parentheses I put consistency, and you're like, I'm working on my consistency. Okay, first lady, I hear you. Um, I guess the
So
only other
I
thing to add, because you jumped ahead of me and said, the where you're headed, because what you were manifesting doing. But the one thing I want to know is your why. What, like your purpose in this. What led you to this? Because as passionate as you are about what you just said, I know that that's your purpose. Like, I know that the universe has put this on you. What can you share about, like, your why? Why are you passionate about this?
um, I buried both of my daughters. I have one bonus daughter uh, that I do have, but my two biological daughters I buried, and I have 3 sons. And as I came to realize the truth of the way we were living and the way my son, I have a son, one of my baby sons is in prison. My middle son is in prison. He's been in since 2019 at 19 years old. We're praying that he will be home January. He was sentenced to 10 years, 5 years in, 5 years on post release. So I am very, very connected to the young men. My why is for those young men that people have thrown away, that people look to as thugs and nothing from the communities, not really understanding that they didn't have any fathers and they didn't have any mothers because the mothers are working 2 and 3 jobs to pay $2,000, and to understand the truth that we're out here working. I give up 13 hours a day. I work for 8, I drive for 5. I live in Pennsylvania, I work in New York, Monday through Friday. So everything that I do after that is after 7 o'clock. And the 2 days that they actually give me to live my life with 9 grandchildren and giving up 13 hours a day and having 48 hours to myself to clean my house, to take care of my children, to visit, to have me time, family time, anytime. So I do this because I am going to bring forth the truth to those that want to know, that want to truly vow, as I did, to give my children back their freedom ABC is tattooed on my hand. Auntie is breaking chains. Auntie's breaking cycles. And Auntie's breaking curses for our communities. And it's not anything wrong with the children. They just have been raising themselves. So stay tuned. I do have a group called The Voices. If you do want to become a voice, y'all have to really speak to Martin Smarter. I don't even know how to tell y'all to get into the group. I'm learning to get into The Voices. I think I just need your email address, and I will be able to join you into the group. I do need help with mentors. With the little bit of time that I do have, I'm on the phone maybe 2 to 4 hours a day with inmates for 30 minutes each. So I could use help for pen pals. Um, we make visits to those who have no one. And I appreciate y'all and I thank y'all. And ain't nothing under what it is. Shut up.
So first of all, it's ironic how that lined up to me, um, because what Wanda said and what you said, like you guys align. Um, Wanda wants to teach like culinary arts to the
Yes.
youth to give them an
Yes.
additional trade. And I just,
Yes.
yeah, like
Yes. And
that
you
just
put the
gave me
construction.
chills that you guys were the first two up, and that aligned.
Wow. That's amazing. Your
Yes.
story is so amazing and it's so uplifting to see how women can come up on one accord and go for the same reason and the same goal is to raise our young black boys or young black girls and to be something besides what somebody labeled them as being. Because I hello, how y'all doing? I'm Jazzy first. So
Jazzy.
I'm so glad that I called Life Coach because I have been searching this app, and it gets annoying, it gets confusion, and it gets me wondering that this some of the on the other side of bingo, that's all that women wants to do. But when I seen this and I came across certain um new lives, I said, yeah, I want to be a part of this because I'm such a growing woman as myself. I have 4 kids. I'm a single mama. Two of my kids' father passed of COVID. So it was hard to raise them, but it wasn't gonna be easy to take me down. You know what I mean? So I
Right.
have my oldest daughter is 24. She's cosmetology. I have twins that's 23. 24 is the oldest. 23 is the twins. Military. What my son is going into the military. He signed the military this month, and my daughter is a school teacher. And then my baby is 18. But I wanted to say this. I started a foundation. It called Hearts for Hope. Reason why I started Hearts for Hope is because my daughter had suffered with mental illness and she was labeled, she was already labeled as, not being able to thrive in the community, not graduating. But let me tell you all, she graduated her class. She passed everything. She left high school on an A grade point, A average. You know what I mean? A sound mind, sound body, and
I
she
said,
now and she's trying to get into school. But I did Hearts for Hope. The reason why I did Hearts for Hope is because I'm a nurse. I seen the good, seen the bad, the ugly, the evil, all at one time with my family and other families. So I see dementia patients. I see patients that's young as me, 43 in the hospital, don't have family. So what I did was I said, Lord, I just want to give back. I don't want nobody to feel like they have to give me anything. I just want to do this for myself. So I started building hearts. The foundation called Hearts for Hope. So I started building hearts. Yeah, it's me. So I started building hearts. Hearts, I made like 40 of them the first time. I asked my daughter what she wanted to do to them. She wanted to go to the children's hospital. So we went to the going to the children's hospital in December. And we're going to give out hearts. Those hearts stands for having somebody there when there's nobody can't be there. Not saying they don't have anybody. It's certain circumstances keep parents away from their kids while they're in the hospital. They have a job or they can't just come. So I build hearts. they big hearts. So I did a few of them, and it's called Hearts for Hopes. I got my job to allow some of the clients to make the hearts for me. So they coming from elderly people, you all. They coming from people that's in day centers that's making the hearts and giving them out. So they being made with love. They're not being made with just random. They being cared for. So I made them in all colors. Cause mental health, you all, it comes in different aspects. So I said, okay, let me make these hearts. And I did what God told me. God led me to do it, so I did it. So now, probably by December, I'll be stamped with it. That means that it'll be a LLC, and I'll be able to go to different nursing homes, different dementia centers, different prisons, and giving them away. It's just something for the people to have when they have nobody else. Have y'all
Absolutely.
ever had something special from your past? The good past. I ain't talking about the traumatized past that you just keeping up with your trauma. I'm talking about something that actually made your heart smile, that made you want to be like, okay, I feel like, this certain thing kept me from going over the edge. That's what the hearts are for. Giving out to the
That's
homeless, you never know what they going through. So give them that. So when they having hard days or hard nights, they can look at that and say, somebody made this, somebody handmade this just for me. Y'all heard that song? It's a gospel song. I think it said something like just for me. God did something just for me. So it'd be just for them. So that's what my mission in life is, to give back and give back to the people that gave to me. We so caught up sometimes in just moving and forgetting about who gave us. So that's my thing. I just want to be able to give back. So I'm telling Life Coach, I appreciate you coming across the app, because it'll be like me just searching to find a group of women that stands for one thing, and not just coming on here to it's just nonsense. We making
right.
time of it. They gave us a platform. Let's just use that platform they giving us right now, and let's just
Exactly.
use it for the better. Just like with the prison, use it for the better. There's so many things going on with the prison that we can't touch because we can't get in there. But word of mouth is the best thing going. And it's a little thing, I'm finna let y'all, it's a little thing that says, if you can't, God doesn't desire you to be there sometimes. He just desire your prayers. When you can't get there
Absolutely.
in person, send your prayers. So
Motion to take.
I'll give you
No, I definitely agree. I received that, and I thank you. I am equally glad that you crossed my path. Um, I'm gonna quickly ask you, because I know you kind of rushed through it. Tell us your name again, so then that way, again, we show each other respect. I believe in us greeting each other in the manner that we want. You know how when you're on live, people come in and they call you baby, honey, sweetie. That's not my name. My name is up here. So,
my
Queen, what's your
name
name?
is I'm sorry. My name is Jasmine. And it's my user thing says President Jazzy, but actually my government name is Jasmine. And I
Okay.
am from Atlanta. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, Jazzy.
nice
Jazzy
to
from
Jeff.
Atlanta. Okay.
Right. I
um,
been out the app, but I came back. I came back because I wanted to. You know how sometimes you can get on this app and you can use it for all the wrong purposes, but when you have to God sit you down and give you a plan and a purpose, you can go back with some more, something to do better than what you did when you started.
Yes.
absolutely.
Can I give you something jazzy for your hearts, if you don't mind?
Yes. I I'm gonna put it in your um I'm gonna put it in
I
your
want
inbox.
everything and the acronym. I'm gonna send it to you. That what you break down what the heart stands for when you explain it to the children, to the
Okay,
young people.
the
Um,
heart stand. I'm sorry to rush through
I
it,
know what you're
but
saying, what it stands for, but I actually broke down the word heart. Having
yeah,
everyone and everything around right there with you.
yes, 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 and
That
that's
is
what it. Oh, you
heart.
just touched my heart. You just touched my heart
H,
because that's what it
H,
stands for.
yes, H, having, E, everyone or everything, A, around, R, right, T, there, with you.
Right.
So
Oh, yes,
that's what your heart's for.
and thank you so much for that. Because I've been wanting different. I haven't launched it. You know how you make a
You
journal, you
have
plan.
launched it. Keep saying it. You have launched it. If you launched it in your brain, you launched it. 2024 is the year of manifestation. So keep launching
Right.
it. I'm going to send it to you in the inbox. Keep launching it in your brain. 2024 is off the ground. Hearts.
And it's
Right.
11/11.
I
So
love
you
y'all.
set
It's abundance, abundance day, abundance. You speak into the
Yes.
exactly.
atmosphere what you
Yes.
want God to do for you
Yes.
as this moment. And as you speak the things that you want him to do, you pray on it, you write on it, and then you let it go because God is in control of everything. And I wanted to tell you something that I picked up, and I don't know if you know how sometimes you give people ideas or whatnot, but I have a jar, and the jar says, God, I won't complain. The jar said, God, I won't complain. Everything that's happened in that day for you, you put it in that jar. It's a scripture on that jar. You put whatever scripture you want on that jar. And but it the thing say, God, I won't complain. My stomach hurt. You put that in that jar, God, I won't complain. Lord, I had a
Yeah.
rough day with my friends, but Lord, I won't complain. And you when you put it in that jar, you anoint that jar, and you sit it on your counter. So everybody, it kills the negative vibes. It
That's
kills
it. That's
the energy
it.
that comes upon your life.
All of my good
So
days
so when you get that jar,
outweigh my bad days. And
yes, that jar,
I won't
I won't complain.
complain.
You put that jar in
Don't
your
tease
house.
me first. Don't tease me, girl.
I'm
If you
sorry, I'm
have
sorry,
kids,
I'm sorry.
if you have kids, you put that jar right there and make
Hmm.
them put whatever they had going on in that day in that jar or that morning. It's how you prefer it. But for now on, that jar has to get all your negativity. So when you in your house, none of that what you put on that paper shall come up because it's in that joy to be destroyed. That's the jar of destruction. Because God says, whenever you put it out there for me, I'll take care of it. So when you put it in that jar, don't bring it back up.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's I tell them all the time. Don't take it to the altar. Don't walk in there talk about what was me, what was me. Take it to the altar, lay it down, get the
And
word,
then
and then
grab it on
pick it
the way
your
out.
way out the door. Right. You also then
You
took,
on your way out the door,
Sister
you run
Barbara.
back. You run back
Right.
and get that. Yo,
Right.
you run back and get it. Like,
Right. You took your stuff and Sister Barbara's stuff with you. That ain't even your business. But now God said, okay, she got it. Don't worry about it. She got it. The
yeah, you
angels
don't
is over
worry
there
about it,
like,
Barbara.
don't even worry about it. She got it. All right. So thank you, Jazzy. I definitely thank you. I appreciate you. I'm gonna remind everybody to make sure that we are following everyone on the panel so that way we
Yes,
can
Okay.
connect
ma'am.
because
I'm gonna
we are
follow
aligned.
everybody.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna
So
launch Hearts of Hope. I'm sorry. I'm gonna launch Hearts of Hope. I'm doing my introduction paper now, my speech now, but I think I'm gonna launch it on all platforms. But I'm specifically gonna come back here when you do another monthly um
If you
a
need
month.
some help with that, though, you need to see box number 6 when it comes to the
I was about to
launching
say that.
and get your business up off the ground. Box number 6, where it says
Yeah.
smarter, martyr the smarter one
Oh,
is a bigger ID. That's who you need to see to get your launch in order, monetize. You can get right for the Christmas holidays. She could get you right for the holiday season right now with those hearts. That's who you want to see. Go to martyrthesmarter.com, 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 and all you
You had
got to do is click on a free consultation with her, and I'm gonna be little Marta in a minute, so y'all go ahead and be laughing because I'm
Listen.
getting it together so I could be her too. Now, thank
So
you.
you gonna be
You know
so
what?
you gonna be
You know
little
what?
Marta, and I be mini first lady? Cause I
But
came
guess
in
what
after. So
though?
can I be first lady?
When one or two gather together, oh, the enemy don't like it when one or two gather together. They
All
don't
right,
like it now.
They don't
So
all
like
right
it.
now. We don't care about that. We
we
warriors.
powerful women. We powerful
That's
Exactly.
women
exactly.
regardless.
I won't. I don't mind stomping. I won't mind stomping a few heads in the way. It's all good.
Exactly. All
I'm
right.
just
So
coming in to say, I'm just coming in to say, hi night, because I'm waiting
Hi,
on Miss
night.
Marta to come say it, hi
You
night.
ain't rolling with us. Get
Talk to
rolled
Miss
over.
Marta, baby. Talk to Miss Marta, baby. I gotta
look,
get myself in order so I can follow Miss Marta right like I'm supposed to be. But baby, press Jazz, follow Miss Marta. I second
exactly.
that
Box
emotion.
number
Hi
6.
night.
Listen,
Hannah.
I already listen. I'm finna be in her inbox. Y'all just don't know. I'll be an inbox queen when it comes to trying to do what I need to
Slide right,
do.
sis.
I will
Slide
be an
right in them
inbox queen
DMs with no shame.
with no shame.
Unapologetic. Marta, how you doing today? How you doing? Mm-hmm.
I,
Mm-hmm.
Y'all making
not
me feel
apol.
some kind
Listen,
of
I
way.
have no
I'm not
apologies.
going to see. Y'all see I'm mic down. Y'all making me
I'm
feel
not.
something. I'm not about to cam up because Waterhead in box number 7 that made me want to start crying. Then Miss Jazzy come in here. I was already listening to Miss Wanda, and honey, I love the energy that is going on right now with all of these beautiful women on this panel. I just can't get. I just want to be quiet, Coach, and just soak it up and just be
That's fine for
mindful
now.
of the moment.
That's fine for now, but I'm gonna need you to get it together and tell your neighbor to quit cutting onions because your time is coming. But
Yes,
but
ma'am.
that's cool. I got you because I got something to say. But your time is coming, so I'm gonna give you a minute to deal with the onions in the air over there. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
Yes, ma'am. I
it's the
appreciate
red
you.
onions. It's the red onions. The red onions mean they're sweet. They gonna be good for you and they digestible. So every information that we get from you is gonna be the right onions to cry for and to rejoice in later. Because I'm telling you all, when I do what I do, I'm coming back. Lord said when you swing back and take care of the ones that swung you up so you can be lifted, everything falls into place.
Absolutely. And I feel like, listen, I'm here for it. This is where my nervousness came in, y'all, because I already knew that I invited some amazing people here, and I already knew that I had no clue of who else was gonna arrive. So I'm gonna back up just a little bit so everybody can kind of understand what's going on, and I also need to jump to multiple people in the panel because I'll explain. So I'm gonna back up just a little bit. I know we're going a little bit out of order, but just roll with me, y'all. So, again, for all of you who have not been here before, I want to welcome you to five, our fifth women's empowerment panel, which we hold on the second Saturday of every month here on Bigo. Throughout the panel today, I'm going to invite if something resonates with you, if something aligns with you, um, with a comment that someone's making on the panel, I want you to put some green hearts in the chat. The color green is symbolic of minority mental health awareness. I'm sure my sister, when I get down there to her, is gonna could tell y'all more about the color green when it comes to them chakras. But yeah, the color green means everything for me. So I'm always asking for green hearts. Another thing that I would like for you guys to use in the chat is a combination of 1111. Obviously, today is the day of alignment. We're going to talk more about, the 1111. But again, if something resonates with you, you feeling it in the chat, just like when you hear the poetry and we snap, I want to see green hearts and 1111. That way I know y'all with us. Um, so my only rule for the panel was simple, and it was mutual respect. I feel like it's important because again, Bigo has a tendency to host toxic panels, and I just need for the people to understand that this ain't that. Our rule will always be mutual respect. Each and every one of our worth was established at birth. So whenever we entered into this world, we were deemed worthy. That means all of our feelings matter. So the expectation for all the panelists and guests in the chat is to maintain a peaceful and positive vibe that I've already created. So we are going to, even if we don't agree with something that someone says, if it doesn't align with you, that's fine. Let people live. So again, we'll agree to disagree. Make sure you not only follow me, but follow all of my guests today. So that way we can continue to cultivate safe spaces like this. The one common thing that I hear across this app is how toxic it is and how negative it is. But the funny thing, it's not for me. So I know because it's not for me that it also doesn't have to be for you. And roll with me and my friends. It's nice over here. Like that's all I can say. It's nice over here. And I always say, as my girl Smarta says, come with us. We finna make Bigo great again, right? So um you guys can directly show support to any of the hosts and or the guests on the panel by pressing that pretty pink box at the bottom, and it's full of all sorts of gifts. So if it is on your heart to want to directly support anybody on the panel, send a gift. You can choose whichever box. Um, Send it all. One mace, all the flowers don't matter. Send it all. Today is all about empowerment. Um, Hold on. Y'all, I got notes because I was nervous and I was overthinking. So work with me for a second. So I also just recognized that I've already started doing some who, with, when, where, whys, but I haven't told y'all who I am because I just assume that y'all know, but I got to understand that a lot of people don't. So I'm going to give you guys my 5 W's. So who am I? I am Shantae, also known as Diva, but more commonly in these Bigo streets, LifeCoach614. But don't worry, I answer to all of them. I am an optimistic, goal focused, certified master self care and boundaries life coach. Did I get it right, Smarta? Certified
Girl,
master
you better tell them.
self
Say it with
care
your.
and
I need you to
boundaries
say it
life
with
coach.
your chest out, ma'am. Like you said
My,
for the rest of us to
my,
say it. Go on and say it with your chest
I can't
out.
I can't go down low because my chest will be out. I am a certified master self care and boundaries life coach. There's more. I am the creator of the, Self Care Club virtual community. And I am the owner of the Self Care Club LLC. I got to back up for a second. I didn't tell y'all something. So we have a game. Let me back up. This is what happens when you do things out of order, but just roll with me, y'all. So I have a game where I have decided that I wanted to give things away throughout this panel as my way of giving back to all of you um, who are here in the chat on the panel. So the game that I came up with was quite simple because y'all know I'm a whole character, right? So roll with me. Roll with me, Smarter. Roll with me. So throughout the time when I am talking, I will randomly say hashtag in a particular word or phrase. So, for example, if I said hashtag self care club and then I pause and say, the first person I see in the chat to type hashtag whatever the word, so in this case, self care club, I would mark them down to win a prize from me. So, make sure as you are listening to me, if I say hashtag and a phrase, I'm going to pose with the peace sign up. The first person, it could be people on the panel or just in the chat, the first person that I see who comments back with that wins a prize. So I suggest y'all pay attention because I'm taking notes. All right, so now I can continue. So that was my who. No pictures, please. So next, my what. What's my content? I spread positivity on purpose. That is my content. I spread positivity on purpose. I offer group life coaching focused around self care. And I also do one on one sessions. Um, when? So the when we can connect for me is Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I host Positivity on Purpose. You can find me, during that time on Bigo and TikTok. And then for those of you who just can't quite get up that early or late, depending on where you are, you can also catch the replay on my YouTube channel, which is called Room to Breathe. So that's my win. My why I do what I do. Simply put, because self-care saved my life. During the journey through my dark spaces of depression, I found my purpose. The universe blessed me with the tools to keep my cup full and revealed to me my value. And during the process of me filling my cup by me focusing on my self-care, I realized that my cup began overflowing to so many other people. And that gave me purpose. That honestly fulfilled my soul in a manner that nothing else had done. Um, so I mean, again, that's my why. And because I believe in having an attitude of gratitude, and I thank the universe for not only saving me, but allowing me to tell my story, to be a blessing and to help save others, I am obedient to it. And so I will continue to spread positivity on purpose, with purpose, for that reason. Um, Now the where I'm going, I need y'all to listen because this is my intention. I'm going to continue to walk my purpose filled path by furthering my knowledge and continuing to um, obtain additional certifications for coaching. That way I can continue to expand my abilities and be a blessing to even more people. I will have a well known national podcast titled after my blog, Room to Breathe. And I will own numerous self care clubs located throughout the United States and abroad. And I will be traveling the world, spreading love and light to everyone that I meet. So that is my where I'm going. That is my hashtag goals. All right. So now y'all understand what I'm talking about. Y'all understand? Look at Smarta. Smarta said, I'm going to win this one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Smarta said, I'm winning this one. I got you, girl. First prize out the gate. I see you, Smarta. Okay. So that is who I am. That is what I do. Um, Box 5, Sweet Soul. Y'all, I need y'all to understand what time it is for Sweet and why
Hello,
Sweet is about to dump this line.
hello. Okay, I intended to actually whisk away because I realized I'm the only Nigerian on here. But I'm so proud of who I am. Anyways, good to meet you all, and I am so privileged to be among you all. I'm Nigerian, and my name is Rita, and who I am. I'm a lot. I'm a basket full of ripe fruits. I happen to be an advocate for widows. A point in my life where I lost my dad. I saw my mom go through so much. My elder sister had the same ordeal. I saw her go through so much. And I was wondering, if you lose a husband, hmm, life can be hard for so many. They go through a lot of emotional torture, physical torture, mental torture. Some they don't even have who to express. They can't even express how they feel. And at that point, I saw it as a goal. I saw it as a calling. I saw it as I must stand in the gap for this set of people in the society because they need me.
Me.
So
So
twice a
twice
year,
a year,
I come up
I
with
come up with
events. Oh, I'm echoing. I come up with events. We organize an outdoor section. We give them medical treatment. We give them counseling. We bring in like 2 or 3 medical doctors who they can talk to, express themselves openly. And unfortunate, some of them might be pregnant at the death, at the loss of their husband, and the child is born, and so many questions at some point in time. And we offer them the mental support. We have a group of prayer cells where to pray together and give them the spiritual backing that they need. And if at any point they need a lawyer, because from the part where I come from, there can be conflicts of, oh, my brother's property, oh, it's my brother's house, and they forget that this woman had built with this man over a period of time. So we help them with the backing that they need to ensure that they have a safe space, because the life of a widow matters a lot. If that widow is not properly in a safe place, her child, her kids, her children's future is also going to suffer for it. So yes, you can check me out on Instagram. I have my Instagram platform, Widow's Hearts. It's at Widow's Hearts on Instagram. And what we do twice a year is we have a big function like Christmas. We give clothing, food, drinks, water, and ensure that they have a wonderful Christmas celebration. And that is the me outside the Beagle. Now let's bring it back to Beagle. On here, it's a crazy space. So what I do is I just started a live podcast every Friday where I talk about sex. Yes, because I realize that sex is a fundamental basics in marriage. And a lot of us actually do not think towards that direction. And when sex is bad, chances that the marriage might go sour is 60%. So yes, I bring it on here every Friday. You can join me. It can be very nasty, but yes, you'll learn something. I bring it on here every Friday at 9 p.m. my time, and we try to make it real. So it's called Make It Real with Sweet Soul every Friday. And that is what I do on here. That's what I bring on here. And every other day is just me having fun and cruising. Thank you for the gift. I say it. It's just me on a regular day. And yes, where am I going? Well, let me be honest. I think as I begin to grow, my goals and my dreams changes. When I was a child, I wanted to be an engineer. I grew up to become a teenager. I said, no, I want to be a hair hostel. I want to be flying everywhere. And at this point in my life, with the events that have taken place over the time, I'm working towards becoming a therapist, a world-renowned therapist. I want to travel, just like Life Coach said. I want to travel the world because lots of people are living with depression. You won't even know you're depressed, but you're living with depression. I want to,
Right.
as much as possible, help a lot of people get out of life pressure and anxiety so you can live a healthy life, just as the Bible has designed for you to live. So, as much as I try to do that, I'm in the process of picking out my form, going back to school, getting my certificate, and be licensed to be a therapist. So, that's the point where I am right now in my life.
Absolutely. Thank you. I thank you so much for reaching out. Just for making the connection. I'm definitely thankful and grateful that the universe has guided you into, my path. I don't believe that anything was accidental. So I do thank you, for reaching out to us, and also, creating another safe space to have that conversation. Sometimes I think with the topic of sex, people are like, "Oh, we finna be nasty, whatever." You know what I mean? But you have a purpose to this conversation as well. And so I thank you for creating another safe space on the app, and being a blessing to, other people as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And thank you for, partying so late with us. What time is it there for you?
It's 1:26 a.m.
Yeah, see, you're a party animal like me. I know where to go find you now when I'm up, and I'm like, girl, what you doing? All righty, guys. So, I know I have a lot of my family up here on the panel, and I don't know if Marta done with her onions yet. So I want to invite. Lo was like, hold on, it's fitting to be me because Lo cammed up real quick.
Go ahead. Yes, please, because I want to hear low. Come on. I want to respect the family. I want to respect the family.
Lo, who
Yes.
you is, sister girl? Who
I'm
you
sorry.
is? Tell them.
I was putting stuff on Penelope. My bad. I did not mean to walk out on you, sweet. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I try not to get a leave like you guys.
You're fine. You're fine. Listen, life gets in the way sometimes, and that's okay. So tell us who you are.
Okay. So I'm Low Diggs. What's significant about that name is that one of my best friends, he had passed away. So he called me that, and so I've been Low Diggs ever since. But I'm Laura, but it's not Laura like Laura. It's Laura like Lora. All right. Um. Yep. That's who I am. Uh.
Okay.
What I
You're gonna
look
get me.
forward. Huh?
Oh, I said you're gonna get me for question number two, but I'm gonna
What's
get
up?
you based on how you answer it.
What's
So
question
prepare
two?
yourself. Question two: what's your content? What do you
Well,
bring to the app?
what do I bring to the app? A lot of positivity, a lot of smiles. Um. My destination is not yet complete. I did come with a purpose. I thought I was gonna be able to come on here and bartend, but Vigo doesn't like that. But they let me bartend and stuff, so I'll be bartending on here, doing stuff like that, like free. So most of my content is really like what my life is about right now. Um, and just talking to people. I don't really try to stay away from the because if you see my algorithm has a lot of the tea. It has a lot of the tea. So I'm happy that I took time to join my family, and because I really want to head in the right direction with this app. I always told when I first joined, I had my husband, and for him to agree for me to do this, I had to tell him, hey, look, like I'm not gonna be like this, but just give me a second. Let me show you something. So right now I'm on a mission to show my husband something. I don't really like to designate all of my content on my things. These are like Diva said, you know, that you go through a really dark time and you really feel like you really find your purpose, right? So I really try not to focus on really what's around me right now because I don't want to spoil the good part. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to spoil the good part of what's to come. Um, but a big thing is that I'm really for changing the content and being on the other side of Bigo. Even though my algorithm doesn't let me, you know what I'm saying? Because I see a lot of you guys have like when I come in and I see your panels, I'm like, oh my gosh, like where did you find these people? Like the people that I run into are like, runners or like, you know, popular hosts, like mainstream hosts, you know. But I was always looking for this side, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm mostly excited about, is actually being, you know, an accessory to that side.
And I'll tell you this, the problem is many times when we get on this app, we chase something. We come in here with an idea of what we want to do. And so we chase that idea. And we're not created to chase. We should attract. So I came into your life random, right? And we
Random.
started hanging out. It was hella random. We had the most random conversations. And I was attracted to your energy. So then I came back and I told some of my people. And then they came in, at different times, and they maybe came in during some of the tea time, right? And so they're like, I don't know what you was talking about. I don't know what you saw. But the same thing you told your husband, the same thing I told Smart, roll with me. Roll with me for a second, y'all. Go back. So then they go back and they like, it's still tea time over there. And I'm like, roll with me. Third time's a charm. Let's go. Come with me. I'm gonna come with y'all this time. So, they had to be able to see it for themselves. And so I think that the thing that shifted for you, and that I'm very excited for you, is the fact that you are now shifting from chasing to attracting. And
Uh-huh.
the more you continue to not run towards something, don't chase it, but attract it. Let it come to you. What's for you is for you. And from the very first moment when I met you, I told you I was attracted to what was behind you. And you told me I don't really talk about it. And I said, I don't really care. I'm going to keep asking you about it. You see what I'm saying? I kept coming back. She was like, I don't really talk about that. And I'm like, child, listen, we're going to talk about it. And you were like, no, no, because I don't really shy away from it. Like I don't really do this. And I'm thinking, you over here letting them serve tea and you uncomfortable. And then you got to
Mhm.
push the button after they done served all this tea. Now you got to push the button and go get aligned. That's not how it's supposed to be. You are supposed to push the button and help us align. Okay, ma'am? So we gonna talk about it. And I love the fact that your answer to your what is your content has changed. Thank you. Please. Thank you. And I'm eager because I mean again, you're new to the family, but I don't know. I'm just eager. I'm excited because I feel like you and I are already aligned, and because I'm already aligned with other people on the panel, I'm like, y'all, she gonna fit right in. Like this is little sis. Just love her.
I
And
definitely
every
feel like the little sister. Yeah. I definitely
yeah,
feel like sometimes I can fall off, but then I'll be like, oh wait, my bad. Like I'm coming back.
yeah,
So, but where I'm going,
yes,
right? That's the next question.
yep,
Where I'm going is I'm gonna be I'm gonna be my family's and Bigo's biggest healer, sound healer. I'm gonna get certified in it because I definitely want to make sure that I do that. Because this is because when it comes down to, I really didn't want to get into the the excuse me. I really didn't want to get into the chakras online because, but I want to now. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, hold up, like, give me a second. But listen, a lot of people can have conflict with it because they have vision. Like it's not. It's like not religion. You know what I'm saying? So you can
right,
definitely like
Like,
revisit.
not.
And
And
the biggest
the
thing is I
biggest thing
don't
is I
want
don't
to
want
step
to
on
step
toes.
on toes.
I don't
I
want to
don't
make
want
anyone
to make anyone
uncomfortable. I
uncomfortable.
don't want to introduce any conversations that I want to introduce conversations that people aren't ready to have. But initially, I want to make sure that, like in life and on Bigo and for my family, that I do absolutely obtain what I need to do to get to where I'm going. And I looked in the sky 2 days ago, and I said to I looked in the sky, right? And there's a lot of things that have happened in my life for me to know that God is absolutely real. Okay? God absolutely sends you visions. God absolutely sends you um I'm living proof that he does that. And it's a little difficult to get into where everything goes because things date back from when I'm a child. You know what I'm saying? So, and it took me a while. It took me to get married to the man I'm with now for him to bring it to light. Like, listen, not everybody can live on the same vibration as you. Some of the things that I told him, I'm like, okay, baby, I need you to like see this. And I'll tell him, oh, like when I say, hey, like the sky is gray. Like, there's certain things that I'm relating to, but I mean, I'll get into deeper conversation when those things come about, when my content comes about. But I'm living proof that God sends you people, sends you visions, things. If he wants you to do something, you got to listen to it. And I looked up in that sky yesterday. I mean, 2 days ago. It was Thursday. And be quiet, baby. I looked into the sky, right? And it just went, the voice, I've had a dream of God and the Ten Commandments, and he just recites them to me. And I've had it like 3-4 times. And I don't know them, but they were recited to me in order and in key. That's why also when like Lady Blue and everybody's having their music, I'm like, it's so crazy because I know I'm getting off topic. My brain goes everywhere. It's so crazy that because I say when I was in Lady Blue's live, I was like, man, it's like a sandwich. Every Thursday I have a guest that comes in. He's a pastor, right? Then I met my family, right? So the pastor comes see me every Thursday, and my family, everything came all together. And then the sign of the healing just came all together, like all in one. So it's like a sandwich. So I'm dealing, and I've never dealt this much like being, but being a being. If you understand what I'm saying, like a godly being, like actually sitting down, taking the time and listening to him, because that's what this helps you do. You know what I'm saying? It helps you do that. Listen to him. Listen to your voices. Listen to what's coming to you, like what is hoard and what you should avoid. That's the best thing about having life is what you do, and you're able to regulate what comes in and out of it once you come out of your dark space. So I look into the sky on Thursday and I'm like, hey, there's this voice. It's like healing, right? You'll be a healer, right? And then I had to ask God. I said, hey, if this is you, like this is you, right? You gotta show me it's you. Show me something that. Can you show what I made? Okay, Penelope made this, guys. There you go. All right, so and this is the Penelope. That's my famous little baby.
Hi, beautiful.
But hello. Hello, beautiful too. So, um, like that's why also like having the spirituality and stuff like that, like it doesn't like it you you can't lie about this stuff because you're guiding people. You're you're not, this is not like all floof and fluff and all of that. When it comes to this, you're absolutely responsible for something that God has put in your hands.
Right.
So I asked God, I'm like, hey, let me see something. Show me something. And it's like, it was like this rain, but it didn't touch the ground. And it was like, it would float and it would come down, but it wasn't rain. It was more like breaking drops in the sky. And I had to go get my coworker. I'm like, hey, because I'm thinking, I'm like, after all this happened, the I know I'm going over my time. I'm sorry. Like after this happened, I see the stuff and I'm like, I know I'm not tripping. I gotta go ask my coworker if she sees what I see. So then,
Mommy, what was that filter that came on your screen? Because I saw Claire's hands clapping.
oh, okay, I'll tell you about it later. So I'm like, okay, I gotta get my coworker, right? Because she's spiritually blind too. So I'm like, hey, I'm like, hey, what did I tell you about this? I'm like, hey, do you see the break in the sky? Like, do you see what's falling from the sky? And she's like, no, Laura, I'm not. I was like, because I asked God to show me He's here, and I want to, and I want to see if you can see what I see. And she says, Laura, I'm not gonna tell you that I don't see it because I don't that I see it because I don't see it. But I'm not gonna tell you that you're not seeing anything. But yeah, so that's my whole thing going where I'm going. I'm like, hey, look, my last 2024 is the year of manifestation. It's the year we all gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? I hope everything comes to everybody, like all the time. And I hope you guys live in your realm and love everything around you and everybody around you. This is my no November. Um, I no makeup November. I'm getting down to my root chakra. I'm planting myself here. I've found my purpose, and that's where I'm going.
Hi.
So thank you
I'm
guys for inviting me. I really
happy.
appreciate everyone. You guys are all so beautiful. You guys all got it going on. I love listening to everything you guys do. And then also on Wednesdays I do a self-care routine. And I'll let you guys know like my little trinkets, these only cost like $1 to make yourself feel good, look good. You know what I'm saying? So that's me.
That that's listen, and I love the energy. Like every single time. Like I listen, if y'all catch her in the car on a rant, it's gonna be a whole vibe. So I'ma just tell y'all every time y'all see Lo, just roll with her. Just roll with her. Okay? Because it's always gonna be an entire vibe. And is she has a positive glow. She has a very positive glow. And so that's what attracted me to her and her space. And I tried my best to get her to join this family, y'all. In the
You
very
didn't have to
beginning.
try. I was already gonna
No,
come.
but
I just didn't want to be I didn't want to be a family hopper.
listen, I tried my best, y'all, but I was like, I ain't gonna say nothing because I don't want to be that person to be like, you listen, you rolling with a zero, you need to get with a hero, right? Like I was about to try to throw game or something. Like, listen,
And then
come with
I met Lady Blue, and then everything would just started rolling. Everything just started rolling. That was the best thing. That what it was that they said that you gotta go hang around the family. I'm like, yeah. Then that's when I started coming around, hanging around. I'm like, okay, all right, bet I'm in there. I'm
exactly.
in there.
Yeah, it's a requirement for our family that you go hang around other people in the family cuz I don't want people to just like me. Like when we're talking about today being the day of alignment and things like that, I don't want people to just like me cuz I'm not everybody else. So I don't want you to just gravitate towards me and then say you got a family if you don't rock with the rest of the family. So it is big for us, not just today, but every day for us to be aligned, not just within our family, but with other families. So like Smarta, First Lady, they family, even though they not in our family. Cold Mom, Jazzy, Sweet, like everybody, we're family, even if our last names is different. Because I choose y'all as my family. You know what I mean? And like that's us being perfectly aligned And I think this is a good point to talk about what 1111 means, right? Because I took some notes and I want to make sure that we touch on that because I know that some people aren't really familiar with it. To know, why today is so important. So the date November 11th is believed to hold spiritual significance. It falls in the middle of Scorpio season, which is a sign of
Hills.
intense rebirth, transformation, and the date itself is meant to represent that on a greater scale, particularly in the relationship to the concept of unity, right? So some people say that 1111 is a portal for, get this, y'all, a portal for collective consciousness and an awakening of humanity. This day is meant to be a time where we come together with our truth, our soulmates, and our dreams as we recognize our oneness with other living beings. When we look at 1111 in numerology, the number sequence 1111 is looked at as a message from your spirit guides or a higher power, indicating that you are on the right path and that you will start receiving guidance and blessings on your journey through life. It is believed that the angels are always communicating with us through signs and symbols. So when you see 1111, it is a sign that you are aligning with your soul's purpose and that you're stepping into your highest potential. So that is the importance of 1111. That is why I was so excited that our empowerment panel, I didn't schedule this panel for 1111. Our panels are scheduled for the second Saturday, which happened to be 1111. And I feel like that was not by mistake, that it was purposeful. Um, so for me, 1111 is like my New Year's. Everyone else is setting these intentions for the new year, right? Everybody has these resolutions and things like that by the end of January they're done with. It's come and gone. So for me, 1111 is the start of my new year. It's the new me. So for 1111, everything that we are speaking on today, we are literally manifesting all of the good, all of the positive energy. We are bringing so much joy, happiness, positivity. And that's why I said, as we're introducing ourselves, I want us to be purpose driven. I want us to be goal focused. Pika, I wasn't kicking you out to be mean. It's just the women's panel today, so I only have the ladies on the panel of. Um, but yeah, so I mean, again, like I'm absolutely positively, I'm gonna keep saying it, thankful and grateful for each and every one of you in my space. Um, I I'm always overjoyed because every single panel, like Blue, Percy, Wanda, Dream normally is in here. They'll tell you it was like 4 or 5 of us who sat on that panel in the beginning, and we just talked to each other like it was just a normal day. And then the next month it doubled, and then the next month it tripled, and now here we are. That I had Sweet all the way from Nigeria, like, hey, I want to be on this panel. That's purpose. And the fact that she joined us on 1111 tells me that I'm walking my purpose, that I'm on my path, and why I will continue to do what I do, why we will continue to meet each month. The day might change or shift periodically, but I'm going to continue to cultivate this safe space for all of us. And I encourage each and every one of you to as well. Something that you said, Lo, about not being comfortable. I get that, right? Because you know how when people start talking politics or religion, you start to get a little uncomfortable because you're like, ooh, shit, I don't know what to say. Like I don't know what to say, what that means. But we nobody else cares about the things that they're out there saying on the toxic side, right? They're out there serving whatever energy that they want to serve. with no regard to how that's affecting so many people. So why should I bite my tongue to say something and that's positive, right? Why should I be afraid to serve positivity? And so I'm not going to bite my tongue so that the toxic people can thrive. Because I don't chase them, I attract positivity. And that's obvious because I've attracted all of you into my life. Like each and every one, even like Blue, Percy, Dree, Wanda, the people who came over here with me, at a certain point, I attracted them into my life as well. I didn't chase them. The people that I did chase, honey, I waved them bye bye. I bid them adieu in every language I could possibly speak. They had to go. And so, I encourage each and every one of you, thank you. I encourage each and every one of you to keep walking in your purpose. And it's going to get uncomfortable sometimes, but that's the purpose of having us. Like, that's why we have these sister circles. That's why we have each other to lean on, because not everybody's going to align with you. Low, not everybody's going to align with you, but you have a whole group of people who are aligned with you. Go ahead and chop your onions, girl. I love you. And that's not just to Low, that's to everybody. Like Percy gets up at with Jesus in the morning, y'all, and she does her praise and worship. And that's a scary thing for some people to do. That's you stepping out of your comfort zone to start the day praising God. And that can be a difficult thing to do on this app. Because you are on the bar praising God, exactly, Smarta, right next to the girl who's twerking. And she not twerking for Jesus. Okay? She twerking for a whole nother reason. I cannot, Smarta. Now I see why everybody laughs when I come through throwing that. But yeah, so it does take courage, but that's the real reason why Bigo has families. Not for the reason that all these other people are putting it out there. Not for the reason that they're portraying, because that's not what family is. That's right, Shalon. That's not what family should be. And so that was the importance of me creating the Hanai Collective. We don't stand for that. You know what I mean? Everybody's entitled to have whatever content they want, but that is not what we do. That is, and and I'm going to say that collectively, because when I say I speak for my family, I can comfortably say I speak for my family. We do not sit in spaces that are not for us. And once we recognize, because sometimes we get caught up in the mess. We do. We get messy. We messy sometimes. So sometimes we go sit in these spaces. And then when we realize that space is not for us, we're gone. Like Low, side eye. Look, we out of here. We can't sit here, right?
But I'm like, because what I'm thinking is like last month when I, yeah.
Go ahead, get messy. It's okay. You in a safe
I was
space.
thinking about like when last month when I gambled all those beans and nobody told me about the getting back. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I was thinking, because I'm like, yeah, you're right. I definitely haven't talked to that person since then.
Yeah.
Like,
and the beauty of it is there's no host on this panel who can say that they have not, pardon my French, y'all, there's not a host who can't tell you that they haven't fucked up their bag at one point or another. Okay? Because at some point we have all, whether we have accidentally thrown a gift to the right people, whether we purposely threw a gift to the wrong people, whether we falsely, fakely invested in somebody, which led us to expect us from them. Because if I invested in you, my expectation was that you was going to turn around and invest in me. But I'm here to tell you, on this app, lies detected. And each and every one of us up here can be like, listen, because honey, I done gave away some stuff. But we have to remind ourselves when we do this that we have to go into this with the mentality of we don't loan anything that we cannot afford to give away. And because you are aligned, that little problem that seemed like such a big problem last month, love, that little problem don't mean shit because you didn't realize that you could afford to give that away. So again, that's why we're here.
And it's kind of cool because, like, I don't know, like, y'all are just, I don't think you understand, like, what kind of, like, positive impacts you guys have on me. I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's just a great thing.
And I think we do understand it because what I don't think you
Because
understand is you have that for us. That
you guys
same
told
thing
me
that
to,
you
like,
feel, you do for us.
you know, and you guys kind of, like, caught things, like, me being to myself and stuff like that. You know, I was just trying to prove myself to the family, but I'm like, I already proved myself, so I don't know why I'm still trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel as I'm sorry. I feel as if when like you were saying, Lo, and you were saying life coach, when you come on here, you have to then decide what's your content, not what everybody else is giving. Because what everybody else is giving is not you. That means you're kind of like being a follower. So when I started looking and because I got discouraged for one time. I was like, this ain't for me. Because when something is not for you on the outside, you can't put like on this app, you can't fake it. You just can't just fake it. So when I came here, I said, you know what do I like to do? What do I need to talk about? And when I seen your panel and last time I was just jumping in your panel, not your panel, but your session, I was like, dang, they talking about some real stuff. And then I was like, oh, I had to drop this other family I was in because if we're just sitting on a panel, on one person panel, and not living, it's like we're just up under them, up under that rain, that umbrella. I said, this ain't me. This is just not me. So I said, I gotta branch out. I got to go branch out. So I was like, no disrespect, I just need to find me on here. And that's me
Right.
is like a positive set of women or a positive set of males that sit there, have something to talk about, something to engage my brain, and something for me to write down in my journal, say, okay, I can go back to them. I can come back to this live because it's a safe haven. It's where you can talk and be free and be you. So when you speak on that, I just be like, okay, I agree, and I like it. So I'm like, okay, you don't want one. This is one every whatever time you come on, I will be on, or I will be on my own panel making my content because content for me is my daily living. It's something that I do. Working with my projects and working with my daughter and different stuff because I'm a nurse. I love what I'm doing. So it's like, okay, I know what to bring here. I can bring me, not what
Absolutely.
everybody do. I can bring me. So yeah. So I just want to say y'all are so positive. The people on here sharing the stories, it makes you be a go getter more. It makes you be like, okay, I can work my business. So
Yep.
that's all I want to tell you all.
And you're absolutely right because it's so funny that you said that, Jazzy. I have said that to Lo and I've said that to Lady Blue because at some point in time we all struggle with our content. You know what it is that we want to do. We have these ideas like we like things. We're people who like things. We like to do certain things. We have certain hobbies, things like that. But when it comes to getting online, that's a whole nother world because we think, do other people actually like what I like? Like even Dree. Dree does diamond painting. And Dree at first was like, ain't nobody gonna come here. Don't nobody like this. And I was like, I don't really care. You like it. You see what I'm saying? So like you bring you. So What I told Lo, what I told Blue, Dree, what I'll tell anybody in that situation, you are the vibe. You are what Bigo needs. And sometimes it takes somebody else to tell us what we can't see ourselves, because we're so focused trying to figure out what other people see when they look at us, that we don't realize who we are. Like, we lose sight of who we are. And so I just want everybody to remember that whatever your content is, it doesn't matter. It's you. You're the vibe. The people will come for you because you are attracting the right energy. You are attracting the people. So, whatever your content is, I mean, y'all see people on here who practically go to sleep. Marta does this thing where she be like one eye real close to the screen and they be over here like this. But y'all, they be having hundreds of people up in there who are obviously attracted to their little eye in the corner. Like, you see what I'm saying? Listen, that's what they attract. That ain't for you. Don't worry about the fact that they got 9,000 people sitting over there watching them. Or, the girl sitting in her little short shorts, or, twerking, or people pretending. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't worry about what they got going on over there, because what's for you is for you. And that ain't for you.